The Nasdaq is down 99.97% when I split it by Bitcoin. Why is it even necessary? As an example, you just possess the most powerful. Weirdly, if everything is interconnected and propelled by the same forces, then the only asset you need to hold is crypto. After then, it's a matter of determining which cryptocurrency is doing better. You can make charts comparing anything to Bitcoin and anything to Ethereum. Furthermore, Saul was the one to blame if a conflict were to break out between those. Looking at everything versus is now my job. Raoul recently spoke with Balasar Becker, and we learned some of his thoughts on what he thinks would cause Bitcoin's price to rise and its widespread adoption. Bitcoin had fallen 2% in the previous 24 hours and less than 1% in the previous 7 days, trading at $1.62,000 during the conversation. The significance of clear regulations and institutional support in propelling Bitcoin's expansion was highlighted by Powell. He said that Bitcoin's market cap might hit $100 trillion and that the sector needs rules to stop con artists and scammers. Whether to take profits or hold is just one of the many pieces of advice Powell had for getting ready for the next cycle. Cryptocurrency is an asset class at the moment. Projecting the growth rates of crypto compared to the internet using simply the log regression channel of Bitcoin yields a total of $100 trillion by approximately 2032, assuming a major slowdown from present. We use figures like $100 trillion all the time. You must realize that we have been producing $100 trillion, an additional $97.5 trillion in wealth. To my knowledge, that is the fastest and most massive accumulation of riches that the human race has ever witnessed. What this means is twice as much when you consider that the S&P 500 has a market cap of $50 trillion, which was achieved after 100 years of value accretion by the US economy and those corporations. It's completely new to us, and hence it is a once-in-a-lifetime chance. Will half of that 100 trillion be dominated by Bitcoin? No, because Bitcoin's monetary value and wealth storage capabilities aren't the only uses for the blockchain infrastructure. In order to reach 100 trillion, we must use it for the entire finance system, Web 2 companies, and everything else. When all the money in the world is spent, what good will Bitcoin be? Perhaps 20 trillion. Whatever that figure is, maybe it's 15 trillion. Therefore, the expansion will be felt over the entire area. If it's the most rapid accumulation of money ever recorded, it's bound to draw in all kinds of people. Wildcat miners, con artists, and other unscrupulous characters were all part of the California gold rush. As an example, consider the oil and gas industry. In the gold industry, we observe it. It is all over the internet. Because of the ease with which money may be transferred online, the Nigerian print scam has become more common. Since this is the case, we may expect to encounter it frequently and cannot possibly escape it. Crime rates rise in tandem with monetary availability. Following the fall of the Iron Curtain, we witness that in Russia. In China, we observe it. It appears whenever there is a possibility of obtaining additional funds. Bad actors are in it. No matter what, it is always the case. That is the thing that need improvement in our handling. When it comes to dealing with individuals like her, we're simply woefully inadequate. Nevertheless, in an on-chain environment, every single thing can be followed and verified. We can solve it. The blockchain and individual tokens are the two tiers of cryptocurrency that I intend to consider. The blockchain, therefore, is a fantastic tool for establishing credibility. Initiate WorldCoin is something we've seen. The basic idea here is that it will be impossible to tell which characters are artificial intelligence. As an immutable ledger, blockchain technology offers a great solution. It's a method of demonstrating the existence of AI or humans, whichever that may be. In my opinion, that is a major issue. One way to verify our humanity is via a digital identity stored on the blockchain. The flip side is that agents are the new frontier for artificial intelligence. A subset of AI agents are functional. Okay, now I need you to construct a deck, edit a movie, complete this task, or impart this expert piece of information to me. It's very similar to hiring someone on Fiverr or a similar platform to complete that task for you. The agents that AI or other humans create, well, AI doesn't come cheap, this power and computation. Their pricing structure, then? Plus, a lot of businesses will be looking to turn a profit. Their pricing structure, then? It seems that AI does not currently have a bank account. Well, it's not going to be able to open a bank account without some sort of identification like a driver's license or proof of address. No, it is unable to. It also breaks the money system as a whole due to the micropayments in terms of both time and money required for such insignificant transactions. Too sluggish. I think it's too big. The speed is inadequate. So the apparent solution to the question of how agents to agents function is blockchain, which is a cryptocurrency. You have an unchangeable record of the transactions, but they aren't concerned with the user experience, as you mentioned. Therefore, I believe that machines will use digital money, and that is the main use case. They will, without a doubt. Physical assets stored on a blockchain computer system. A lot of people in the real estate industry are pushing for this, but their goals aren't necessarily congruent. Real estate agents are attempting to coax retail investors into selling more of their money, but would regular people really want to own an Aspen hotel? In my opinion, the answer is negative. Real estate may not be the front runner here, but tangible assets in the stock market are. Securities like bonds and stocks make perfect sense. When you want to sell your automobile, it should be able to attach to the insurance and everything else, and I can transfer it to you instantly in a smart contract. This is a ridiculous notion, by the way. People have already been playing around with that. Several tangible items will, in my opinion, be added to the network. However, I fail to see that as the major concern. Big digital assets like our brand or ticketing systems come to mind. Ads like these have a massive audience. You can put all of these things on a chain. If you want to talk to a baby boomer about anything, you have to frame it in terms of actual objects. Some people find it incredible that you could tokenize a house. Boomer lingo, that is. The truth is that you exist in a digital realm has a good chance of receiving it. I would now have a ticket whenever I went to a concert as a child. There is now an app for it. It will be an NFT in the future. Its resaleability is enhanced by the NFT. Additionally, due to its inclusion in the smart contract, it may pay a commission to someone automatically during that process. However, it's possible that I attended the greatest concert ever. I attended Live Aid in 1985. Maybe I'll end up owning the NFT for that. I possess both the program and the ticket in my possession. But pretend that has happened and the NFT is mine. People place a high value on that NFT since it marked a watershed moment in history. My ticket is now worth something. On both the primary and secondary markets following the incident? As an example, consider all the hotel rooms on Earth. There are a lot of situations when you plan a trip somewhere and then realize, oh my God, I need to reschedule. You are confined to your hotel room. Up out of nowhere, you've dropped 300 euros in your hotel room. So what would happen if hotels were NFTs or if your reservation for a hotel was an NFT? After that, I could list it on an online marketplace and explain that I won't be able to visit New York City this weekend. My ticket is here and it's 50% off. Someone can purchase it from me. That is fantastic. That makes the system more liquid. You can fractionalize a lot of items and liberate trapped capital, and a lot of things. It's like the Uberization of the planet. So I refrained from taking profits last cycle and had no intention of doing so. I discovered that the key to compounding wealth is just holding on to assets and adding to them when they sell off. It may sound dramatic, but it's actually quite effective. For the simple reason that you won't reinvest $10 if you've gone from 1 to 10 during a bull market and the market drops 80%.